Did you know there's a hidden figure behind the famous double helix discovery? We're talking about Rosalind Franklin, a brilliant scientist who made groundbreaking contributions to our understanding of DNA. But just how did she make an impact, and why does her story remain overshadowed? Stay tuned to uncover the legacy whose work continues to inspire us today. The discovery of the DNA double helix is one of the 20th century's most celebrated scientific milestones. At its center is the dynamic duo, James Watson and Francis Crick from the University of Cambridge. Their groundbreaking paper, published in Nature 70 years ago, revolutionized our understanding of genetics. Yet, beneath the accolades lies a complex tapestry of collaboration, contention, and contested narratives. Rosalind Franklin, a stellar physical chemist at King's College London, is often cast in the shadow of this discovery. Popular lore suggests that the pivotal moment in understanding the DNA structure came from an X-ray image she captured, known as Photograph 51. This image, unbeknownst to her, was allegedly shown to Watson without her consent. For many, this photo embodies the eureka moment in molecular biology, a golden key to life's innermost secrets and the pathway to a Nobel Prize. To many, Franklin's legacy is of a brilliant mind, whose crucial findings were overlooked or undervalued during her time. This narrative has been immortalized in various forms, from Anna Ziegler's play, Photograph 51, with Nicole Kidman playing the lead role, to a British coin commemorating Franklin's centenary in 2020. It's even spurred humorous quips on Twitter and creative interpretations by students in the form of rap battles. However, as with many tales entrenched in history and popular culture, the real story isn't as straightforward. Rosalind Franklin's Photo 51 is not just a snapshot of science, it's a frozen moment in the books of groundbreaking discoveries. The technique used to produce this iconic image, X-ray diffraction, was cutting edge for its time. Its application to biological molecules, such as DNA, was a leap into the unknown, fraught with technical challenges and uncertainties. Franklin, leveraging her vast expertise in physical chemistry, was not just a user of this technology. She was a master craftsperson, adapting and refining the method to suit her specific needs. She recognized the importance of factors many might overlook, such as the hydration level of DNA fibers. Her commitment to precision, manifested in ensuring that these fibers were perfectly oriented, was nothing short of extraordinary. It was this unwavering dedication to detail that culminated in Photo 51's unparalleled clarity. Beyond its immediate significance, in hinting at DNA's helical structure, Photo 51 symbolizes the essence of scientific inquiry, relentless pursuit, attention to detail, and the quiet yet pivotal contributions of individuals like Franklin. In the middle of the 20th century, there was a lot of excitement in the world of science. People were making important discoveries, and there was a lot of pressure to be the first to make these discoveries. At King's College during this time, there were many ambitious and hopeful scientists. Two of them, Franklin and Wilkins, were very talented, but they had different ways of doing things and different ideas about their work. Because they didn't communicate well with each other, it made their working relationship difficult. One significant event during this time was the sharing of something called Photo 51 without Franklin's permission. This action showed how tense things were between the scientists. But it's important to remember that the environment they were in was complicated. There were big egos, different interests, and everyone was very eager to learn new things. In a situation like this, mistakes were likely to happen, and people's intentions could easily be misunderstood. This time in history reminds us that even when people are trying to do great things in science, they can still make mistakes and have misunderstandings. It teaches us to look at history with kindness and understanding. When we think about the history of scientific progress, it can be quite complex. The story of discovering DNA, for example, involves a lot of working together and competing with each other. But it's important not to forget the personal stories and relationships that were part of this scientific journey. This story isn't only about DNA, it's also about the people who were involved. But what about Franklin's Nobel Prize? In the world of scientific discoveries, recognition doesn't always happen right away, and there can be many reasons for this delay. Rosalind Franklin's groundbreaking work was undoubtedly crucial, but there were several factors that made it difficult for her to receive the recognition she deserved. One significant factor was the gender bias of the time, which often pushed women into the background in STEM fields. This bias played a role in her not being acknowledged properly. Her unfortunate death in 1958 also meant that she wasn't in the spotlight when discussions about Nobel Prize nominations were happening. Furthermore, the politics within the world of academia and her strained relationships with colleagues at King's College might have overshadowed her incredible accomplishments. The fact that Franklin was not included in the Nobel Prize recognition raises important questions about how credit is given in scientific endeavors. It emphasizes the need to take a comprehensive look at historical milestones and ensure that all contributors, regardless of external factors, are acknowledged and celebrated for their significant contributions to the world of discovery. In the year 2023, there was a surprising twist in the story of a well-known chapter in scientific history. More than 70 years after the famous discovery of the DNA double helix, a collection of documents that had been hidden away and forgotten for a long time came to light. These papers added new layers to the stories of Rosalind Franklin, James Watson, Francis Crick, and Maurice Wilkins. Instead of confirming the common belief of intense competition and rivalry among them, the documents revealed a different side of their professional relationships. In letters, notes, and personal journals, it became clear that they actually respected and even collaborated with each other. While they might have had disagreements, they were all driven by a shared passion for knowledge and discovery. One of the most surprising findings was how deeply involved Rosalind Franklin was in their discussions and brainstorming sessions. This challenged the widespread belief that she was isolated or pushed aside. Her thoughts, notes, and feedback were regularly sought after, showing that she was highly respected by her peers. However, even with this new information, there's still a lingering question. If Franklin was so deeply involved in this scientific journey, why didn't she receive the Nobel Prize alongside Watson, Crick, and Wilkins? Could it be that the biases of society during that time, combined with her untimely death, played a larger role than we had previously understood? This chapter in history, despite the recent revelations, leaves us with more questions than answers. It reminds us of the importance of continually examining and reevaluating historical events to gain a deeper understanding of the past. Navigating the intricate web of scientific discovery and recognition, one can't help but wonder. Now that we know how important she was, is she finally getting the credit she deserves? The absence of Rosalind Franklin from the Nobel Prize list leads us to explore the intricacies and politics of scientific recognition. One major factor contributing to her omission was her untimely death in 1958, because Nobel Prizes are not awarded posthumously. However, there's more to the story than just her passing. The acceptance of the double helix structure, although proposed in the mid-1950s, took time and only gained full recognition toward the end of that decade. This highlights how complex the process of validation in science can be. Not all groundbreaking discoveries receive immediate acknowledgement. As the helix model gained popularity and the Nobel Prize was awarded, it seemed that Franklin's vital contributions were somewhat overshadowed and forgotten. These reflections raise important questions about recognition. Would Rosalind Franklin have received the acclaim she deserved if she had lived longer, or is history often biased in favor of certain narratives? The story of DNA's discovery offers a timeless lesson about the importance of ensuring equal representation in science. It reminds us of the need to look beyond the spotlight and acknowledge every deserving contributor. Rosalind Franklin's journey is a testament to the passion, grit, and determination she possessed. Despite the fact that history may have been delayed to recognize her, we must honor and remember the significant contributions she made to science. Her story not only reshapes our understanding of DNA discovery, but also serves as a beacon of inspiration for all aspiring scientists. And what do you think? How many other important female figures are kept in the shadows? Have we moved on from gender bias, or do we still have a long way to go? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Let your voice be heard. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to delve deeper into the fascinating world of history, science, and unsung heroes.